Hello and welcome. Today I am going to play Memoir 44 again, and the scenario I set up for today is Operation Luttich, a counterattack on Mortain, August 7, 1944. Operation Luttich was one of the last German attempts to change the situation in Normandy. It was launched at August 7, and under the direct command of Adolf Hitler, Germans tried to change the situation after the Operation Cobra. Their goal was to cut Allied position into two separate parts and to bottle up the Allied breakthrough. This was a pretty big offensive, launched with a number of German armored divisions, along with 2nd SS Panzer Division, then 1st SS Panzer Division Le, and 116 Panzer Division. So, these were pretty impressive forces, but, badly for Germans, Allied had overwhelming air advantage. And, after some initial successes, Allied air observers from the Hill 317 were able to direct air attacks on the approaching Germans with deadly accuracy, and it was one of the main reasons that the German attack failed. So today I'm going to try to recreate this impressive German offensive, and we will check if Allies will be able to stop them again. So let's check for any special rules we have in this scenario. First, Hill 317. As long as we have Allied units at any of these hexes, I mark it with this counter to remember about it, we can play any recon card as air power strike. As you probably remember, or if not, this card works like you choose at last 4 German units on the adjacent hexes and take 2 die and roll for any of them as hits. So this is a pretty good card, especially since Germans are operating in the big groups, as you can see here. There is additional victory points for Germans for capturing this hex, and some of the German units are allied. This is true for this German tanks and this Panzer Grenadier unit. As for tanks, they just have 4 minis, so they have 1 more point till they are eliminated. And as for Panzer Grenadiers, they are able to move 2 hexes and battle. Also, there is one more important thing to remember about hills in this scenario. Moving up the hill is 2 hexes move. So basically you move up the hill and you cannot battle, or you can if you are Panzer Grenadier. So, let's start our game. Germans are moving first, and they have 5 cards. Allied player moves second, but he has 6 cards. This is not quite a common situation when a player who has an initiative has a smaller number of cards than the player who hasn't. But I think it shows limited German resources, supply and communication issues, and Allied superior reinforcement, supply and air advantage. Okay, so these are German cards. Recon, so I should keep it like that. Move out for infantry units. Recon again, 1 unit in the middle, ooh, no good. Behind enemy lines. This allows us to move 1 unit up to 3 hexes, battle with 1 additional die, and then move up again, move up to 3 hexes again, and then attack. I think I will start with attack, because it is offensive after all, and let's go and make this attack. I will command this group, and now I will move these tanks 1, 2, then these Panzer Grenadiers 1, 2, and these tanks 1, 2, and I think 3. Let them try. They have 4 tanks, so they are quite, or maybe not, because if I would do so, I would block a line of sight to this Panzer Grenadier, and I don't want to. So let them move like that. And now the battle. So these tanks are going to fire first, and I think I will fire on these guys. Why? Because I want to eliminate them as soon as possible. I have 3 die, and now -1 for firing onto the hill and -1 for firing on the fortified unit. So we are firing with 1 die. Where should I place my... maybe here. Oh, this is a retreat, and all units in the fortifications can ignore 1 retreat, so they are fine. The problem is that wherever I'm going to place it, every time it goes like this. I think it will change later, but as for now, yes, this should be fine. Now Panzer Grenadiers. Again, and again allies are able to ignore it, and then this 4 tanks unit, and this is a miss. So that was pretty unlucky firing for Germans. This card is out, and German player gets 1 more. And now allies. Let's check their cards. 2 on the left, 2 in the middle. Armor assault, 4 units of your choice. Okay, this is pretty good card, but not for now. It allows me to fire up with 4 units and that are not adjacent to the enemy, and I am firing with 1 additional die. And wow, this is also a very good card, and so I think that all allied cards are pretty good, much better than German actually. I think I will play direct from HQ, and what I'm going to do. Let's start. I will move these tanks 1, 2, 3, and these tanks as well. 1, 2, 3. This counts for 2 tanks, for 2 units, and I can activate 2 more units. This will be these 2, and I'm not going to move them, I'm going to fire. First on these tanks, they have 2, so they are on this range, so they are firing with 2 die. A miss, and now these guys are firing on this Panzer Grenadier. 2 dice. Oh, this was 1 hit and 1 retreat. So this was better, and this card is out, and we get a new card for allies. Alright, time for Germans. And, oh, yet another move out. This is pretty good card when you are allied player, because it allows you to move 4 of your infantry units. I think I will play it anyway. So I will move this unit here. This unit goes here. This Panzer Grenadier goes here, and this infantry moves here. So they moved 2 hexes, so they cannot battle. They moved 1 hex, so they can battle. They are firing on these allies with 1 die only. Let's make a roll. I will need something smaller, I think. For now I will take this cap. It is a miss. And now my Panzer Grenadier are firing here. So they have one die as well. Oh, a miss again. Germans seems to be out of luck at last at the beginning of the scenario. Hope it will change later, because it's their offensive after all. So now it's time for allies. A probe again. Armor assault, firefight, general advance and recon. Yes, that's what we need. As you remember, it allows us to use Air Force card instead of recon, as long as we control this hill. So I'm going to use it, and I'm going to choose these 3 units, because I don't have any other units, as a target for my air attack. So this 4 minis unit, 1 hit and 1 retreat. Panzer Grenadier, 2 hits, and now these 3 tanks unit, 1 hit. Oh my! Now you can see the might of the Air Force. Okay, the Allies get a new card, and Germans are going to activate themselves. That's why I said it is pretty important to destroy this hill, to capture this hill. And what the Germans are going to do, I think I will play move out again. And now this Panzer Grenadier moves here to this town. This infantry unit moves here. This infantry unit moves here. And these guys will stay where they are. Okay, so our Panzer Grenadier are going to fire on these artillery observers. Sorry, Air Force observers. No! I don't know what to say. Okay, maybe they will be more lucky. They are in the hedgerow, so we have -1, so we are firing with 2 die. Oh, finally. Okay, their neighbors. And this unit, they are firing with 2 dice as well. 1 hit. Nothing spectacular, but better than nothing. So Germans get a new card, and time for allies. I would love to move my tanks, but not only them. Okay. This is pretty good card when you have tanks, because it allows you to activate 4 units, and they use 1 additional die in close combat, but so far my tanks are not able to move that far to perform any close combat, so I will keep it. I think I will use this card. This is pretty strong card, and it will be pretty good to use it. As for my tanks, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next, for infantry, in the middle, I will activate these 2 units, and for the right flank, I will use this infantry to move here. And now combat. First, I will fire with these artillery observers on these tanks. So this is 2 die and 1 hit. Next I'm going to fire with this infantry on this Panzer Grenadier. This is 1 die only. Yeah, that's the hit. This Panzer Grenadier is gone, and Allied player gains his first medal. Okay, now the middle section. I activated these 2 infantry units. they are firing on this infantry. Oh, sorry, one more die. So, one miss and one retreat. They are firing on them. 3 die again. Ooh, 2 misses, 1 hit. And now these tanks, they moved from here, so they count for the left flank activation, and they are firing on this infantry with 3 dice as well. Wow, that was pretty good. 2 grenades and 1 flak. So that's all. You can see that it was pretty impressive. Let's take the card, and now Germans. Well, they are not doing quite fine. Dig in. Much better card for allies in this scenario. I wish I would have a card that would allow me to take this card allies just played, but I don't have any like this. Only this useless recon, pretty useless ambush, pretty useless dig in and behind enemy lines, which is not bad, but I don't think it would give me much good for now. So the best thing I would like to do now is to take out of these cards and take 5 new ones. Sadly, not possible. Okay, what I'm going to do is to play this recon card. I'm going to move one of my units, and this is going to be this infantry. They move here, and then they are attacking here. So 2 die. Okay, let's roll again. So allies have to retreat to hex to 1, 2, and they can take this hex. And now I can take 2 cards and choose 1. So let's take 2. Air power and attack. I think I will take an attack. Still, this is the worst flank for me, because this is left flank. But, well, better than nothing. Okay, time for allies. Close assault. Again, a card a German player would love to play. And do I have any middle activation? Yes, I have a middle activation, and that's what I need. So I will move this infantry here, and these tanks, oh, maybe not. I will activate this infantry instead. So that's all. I'm attacking with this infantry against these Germans, so I have 2. This is a flak and a grenade, so 1 guy gone, and his pals are retreating. And now these allies are firing on Germans with 3 die. Oh wow! That was an amazing shot. So 2 more. We have yet another medal for allies. This is very, very bad for Germans. Hitler wouldn't be proud of us. Okay, so now Germans. I cannot move my tanks. I would kill for a card that would allow me to move all these units in the middle, but I don't have any. No. What can I do? What can I do? I think I will play this behind enemy lines, and I will move here, and I will attack these allies. Normally I would attack them with 3 die, but because of this card I am allowed to attack with 1 more die, so I'm firing with 4 die. 2 gone, 2 to go. Okay, and now I'm able to move 1, 2, and that's all. Allies. All units on the left flank. I have on the right flank. I have only 2 units here, but this will be all right. So I'm firing on these Germans with 1 die. 1, they have to retreat, and now they are firing on this single tank with 2 die, and the tank is gone. 1 more medal for allies, they have already 3. And to win this battle we need 4 medals. My god, this might end very, very soon. And not as Adolf Hitler expected. Okay, any chance for Germans to change this very unlucky situation? Nope. You can tell that this is some kind of very bad luck for Germans. What I'm going to do? Recon. I will move them here and try to destroy this Allied soldier. So I'm rolling with 2. He is gone. So at last Germans gain 1 medal. And now, because it was recon, they can take 2 cards and choose 1. Finally the card I was waiting for so long. But now, I wonder if it will do me any good. Now, allies. Any middle activation? Actually, all I need now is to destroy 1 German unit. So I will activate this armor assault, and I will move these tanks here, and then these tanks. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now, and I am in a close combat here, so I am rolling with 1 additional die. It was more than enough to destroy these Germans and to gain a medal. And the next thing I'm going to do is to fire with this unit on these Germans. Oh, that wasn't that lucky, but still it was enough to gain a 4th medal and to win this battle for allies. Well, you can tell it was decisive victory. 4 medals on Allied side, only 1 medal for German side, and the majority of German tanks weren't even able to move. That's a disaster. So that's such things happened in this game. It is a very random game, so you can tell that the Germans were had very bad luck. I played this battle, and there were situations where German won with overwhelming victory, but not today. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and see you again.